guys. I'm super, super excited for all of you guys that's about to witness this amazing, amazing session that you're about to get this morning. So make sure that you got your friends and family members on the line because I'm getting hyped up because I think she's ready. And you haven't got your friends and family members on the line. So let's go get them on this line, you guys. Last minute text. I'm going to give you about a good 60 seconds. Last minute text. 60, 59, 58, 15, 20. Y'all know where they come from. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It's a beautiful morning. I'm actually about to go head out to, as soon as I tie my hair back up, because that, tie my hair back up, going to the gym. So I'm super excited to be on this call, you guys. Make sure that you go get your friends. We down about 30, 29. I really want to do the whole Conants. If y'all know all about the Benjamins, you know where I got that from. Shout out to Mike Epps. But y'all, you know what it is. Get your friends, get your family members on the line. I'm super excited. I know you guys are super excited. We're about to bring some valuable information to you guys this morning, and I'm super excited. Y'all stop hyping me up with the hair because, I don't really wear my real hair. I'm always in braids, but, the mud soap. So if you don't have any not mud soap, let me tell you the wrong thing. Mud conditioner, mud shampoo. Where is it? It's somewhere around here. Mud soap, mud conditioner, mud shampoo, and the hair and scalp shampoo. Matter of fact, real quick, drop in the chat your favorite product because I know a lot of you guys on this call, you know what I'm talking about. Drop your favorite product in the thing because right now it was the peel gel for me. It really was, but it's the hair and scalp shampoo for me now. I'm sorry. Shout out to my hairstylist. But we're about to get this call started off, you guys. My name is Delicia Powell. I'm super excited to host this call. Super grateful for you guys that got up this morning, tuned in for this amazing blessing that you guys are about to be blessed with. I'm not going to steal the show anymore. I've done enough of that this morning. So I'm about to pass it over to my beautiful sister from another mother. This young lady has brought so many blessings to not just my life, so many of you and so many people all over the world. She is one of the most humble, and I say that with all cap levels, humble individuals that God could have ever put on this earth. She has a heart of gold. She has been able to accomplish so much within such a short amount of time on this earth because she's very young. Just know that she's about to bring the heat. I don't have to give you too many accolades because you know just who she is. Miss Pamela Pacheco. I see you have made the line. Beautiful, beautiful. How you doing?
I am blessed beyond measure, especially having you on here. Everybody's like, your energy is through the roof. Absolutely agreed. Like, your energy is one of a kind. Thank you so much for this amazing energy this morning. Thank you for setting the tone for this Breakfast Club call this morning. Thank you for just who you are because of whose you are. Humbly and just so grateful for you. Love you so much, Dee Dee. Thank you. So what's up, everybody? Happy Thriving Thursday. Blessings on blessings. Man, it is February 4th, 2021. Can you guys believe that? Insane, right? I am so grateful to be here with you guys. So grateful to just have another opportunity to do life with you guys. And today I wanted to just kind of chat with you guys. And we're going to open up the floor a little bit. I'm going to do it just a little bit how we do it in the morning. But what we're going to talk today about is overcoming obstacles. And overcoming obstacles, it's something that I feel like people really don't talk about, right? Until after they overcame the obstacle. How many of you can relate to that? How many of you can relate to, while I'm going through what I'm going through, I'm not really going to talk about it, right? I'm going to just be about it. I'm going to get it done. And then when I'm on the other side, then I'm going to come back and be like, yeah, I did that, right? I did that. This is how I did it. And I think that it's so important that we are open, right? That we are transparent with one another because, that's how we do it on the Breakfast Club call. We always keep it real here. And what I kind of want to talk to you guys about before I get into the topic, what are some ways that you guys overcome obstacles, right? You could raise your hand if you want to mute yourself. You can type it in the chat. Let me know. I want to see who am I talking to. So Lady D, we're going to allow you to talk this morning. How you doing, Lady D? Tell me what is a way that you overcome obstacles?
Good morning. Good morning. I absolutely love y'all both. First, let me say, one way that I overcome obstacles is just to make a goal list, a small goal list, whether it's just to get out of bed at a certain time or to just remember to pray. But that's one thing that I do, make a small goal list.
I love that. I love that. Thank you so much for sharing. Greatly appreciate you. So I have Sarita, Suburb Sarita, my sister from another mister in New York City, saying lots of prayer. Dee Dee said meditate and run towards my dream. Latoya said prayers for sure. What else? What else? Give me some ways that you guys overcome obstacles. And if you guys want to raise your hand, you could do that as well. What are some ways that you guys overcome obstacles? Let me know. Let me know. Meditation. Hello there, Mr. Nathan Galan. How you doing? Welcome. Okay, what else? What else? What else? Talk to me. Somebody else raised their hand. I mean, put it back down. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Face it. Jumping on these calls for sure. Awesome. And these are all great, right? And the reason why I'm talking about this is because I'm definitely in the middle of a challenging season, right? It's not a secret to anybody of, I've been very, very transparent throughout this journey. And I feel like I owe it more to people to just really verbalize, right? And like, what's really going on in my life, right? And yes, business is booming, my life is thriving in every area of my life. However, one of the most important aspects of my life, if not the most important for me, is family. And we've been in a season where we have been overcoming stage 4 cancer with my mom, and it has been a lot tougher than I ever imagined. And if you would have told me a few months ago, you would have told me a year ago that I would have been here, I would have been like, no, sir, Bob, not me. There's no way I could have been able to do that. There's no way I would even be able to live through something like that. And in this season, it's produced a lot of fruit because there's so many things that I have brought this out of me, right? But there's so many different levels that I have gotten to within myself, right? And these are things that we shy away from, but it's so important to talk about it because everybody goes through things, right? Everybody goes through things. It's called life. In life, you're either finishing a storm, about to go in through a storm, right? Or you just went through like it's one of the two. And it's not saying, oh, that something bad is going to happen. No, but it's just being prepared. And I think that no matter how prepared we think we are, even when things happen that are challenging, right? It's a bit of a struggle. Can anybody relate to that? Can anybody agree with that, right? Brandon said relentless effort. Absolutely. Agreed, 1,000%. Somebody else said, Kyrie said, I listen to audiobooks back to back in my car, at home, before bed, when I wake up, on my way to work, at lunch, and going home, and on, pouring into my brain. Somebody else said, I'm also going through so much troubling things with my family. I needed to hear this. Like, guys, at the end of the day, it's about us really. It's a community, right? We're doing these calls because it's about us doing life together. And yeah, we're going to talk about great things, and we're going to talk about what's booming in business and what's helping and what tools and what skill sets we need. But it's also important to have those difficult conversations because a lot of times we see people that are super successful that are, whether it be multi-billionaire successful, or just successful in life. You see that they have the lifestyle that you want. They have the beautiful family. They have the beautiful homes, the beautiful cars, the beautiful assets. But we don't necessarily think that they went through some things, right? We just like, they just, they just got there, they lucked out, or, they didn't go through anything to get there. And that can be the furthest thing from the truth. Right. So when we're talking about having an overcoming mindset, when we're talking about having an overcoming attitude, and guys, I love acronyms because it just makes things stick. And it's something that helps me to remind stuff too. The O, right? For overcomer, I put obvious decision, right? We have to make an obvious decision to say, you know what? I'm going to get through this. No matter what, I'm going to get through this. And my cousin, who's more like my sister, and I were just talking about this yesterday, and we're like, plans change, decisions don't. And it's true because a lot of times we have a plan that this is going to go like this and this is going to go like that, right? And we're marching on that plan and everything's going great. And then all of a sudden, you just got a monkey wrench thrown in your plan. Can everybody relate? Right? Something just happened that just threw you off, right? Something just happened that it not only probably threw you off, but sometimes, right? It just more things happen that affect our mindset, that affect our spirit, that affect our energy to be able, our willingness to be able to persist and persevere. So from the very beginning, if you're like, you know what, I'm going to overcome, we have to make a decision. And you guys hear me talking about decisions all the times, because when you decide, you kill off all other options. But you have to make an obvious decision. You have to make an obvious choice, because plans are going to change. There's going to be, you may want to go through a zigzag in that plan, and then all of a sudden God's like, nah, I'm gonna take you here. But you made a decision from the beginning that you said, you know what, I'm gonna overcome this. The V in overcomer for valiant. You have to be valiant, right? You have to be that person that's like, you know what, I'm going to be brave. I am going to step out and step in, and whatever comes my way, you know what? I'm going to trust God. I'm not going to tell you who to believe in, right? We welcome all religions here, right? But it's like, trust God, right? Trust whoever you trust, but once you make that decision, you have to understand that you got to put your armor on. You have to be valiant. Whatever it is that allows that valiancy in you to grow, whatever it is that allows that braveness in you to grow, right? Do that. Whether it is meditation, whether it is praying, reading your Bible. Yes, Lorena, the Bible says we are more than overcomers. Amen. Right? It is that exactly because you have to be brave to go through it. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be a walk in the park. And let me tell you that a lot of times we think we're going through things for us. God is putting us through things for us. But no, sometimes it's our story that we have to get through, because there may be somebody that is on the verge of committing suicide because they're dealing with the same cards you were dealt with, and they have no idea how to get through it. But here comes you that said, hey, I got through it too. It's okay. This is how we did it. Right? So you got to be valiant. You have to have that. You have to have that bravery factor. Are you guys good? Okay, cool. Awesome. So the E, you have to have an energy that is contagious, and you have to do your best to protect that energy. Am I going to sit here and tell you guys my energy is always amazing as I'm going through life right now? Nah, it's not. Right? But my energy is definitely contagious. But what do I do in the mornings? I make sure I fill my cup. I make sure I protect my energy. I make sure that even when I'm getting to a certain point, I'm like, look, I'm gonna just throw some worship music on, even if it's loud. I'm just put an AirPod on really quick, right? But I do everything to protect my energy. And it doesn't mean that you're going to always, it doesn't mean that you're always going to say, oh, it's always going to be an easy thing to do to protect your energy. No, because a lot of times we're not only protecting our energy from other people, we're protecting energies from ourselves, right? Because a lot of times it's like we're in our head. Yes, or am I the only one? You're in your head. You're in your head. We make things a lot more worse than they actually need to be. So protect your energy, but have a gate up so hard, right? I always say this, like, your mindset is the most expensive piece of real estate. If it does not allow you to grow physically, financially, emotionally, spiritually, don't let it live there. Don't let it live there. You have to think of your mind as it is, it's like a doorman, right? Sitting out there, and it's like the rent is so high for you to get in there. It's not going through. But energies are contagious. You always hear me talk about be the CEO, being the chief energy officer, right? Because again, it's like good or bad, right? Energy spreads. So what type of energy, as you're overcoming, are you giving? And what type of energy are you receiving? What are you right now, where you're at with that? Because super important. So when we talk about overcoming, I put just be real, right? It's hard for us to do that sometimes. And I tell you, as transparent as I am, as authentic as I am, it's difficult sometimes for me to open up, And I've learned vulnerability in this season, right? And that's part of you being brave. I've learned, and I'm continuously growing in that area. I've learned how to be more humble, to be able to be transparent and share with people like really where I'm at, like what's going on, because I know that we're not meant to do life alone. I know that if the more authentic I am, not only am I going to be able to get through where I am at, but I'm going to be able to serve. I'm going to be able to serve because ultimately here, that's what I'm here to do. That's what we're here to do, right? Exactly. So says, talk about your feelings. It feels better. Absolutely. We have to. And the C in Overcomers community, right? You always hear me talk about commitment lasts longer in community. Who's your accountability? Oh my goodness. There's some people on this call that they've become a part of my community of, of like just a tribe that I am so grateful for. And again, am I going to sit here and tell you that, it's peaches and cream all the time? No. Sometimes my community want to kill me because it's not easy and I'm not easy to deal with, right? I don't think any of us are. However, I'm so grateful for the community because commitment lasts longer in community. Make sure you have a community that holding you accountable, that when things get tough, they're going to take you right back to be like, remember you said that plans change, decisions don't. And we decided when this journey started that we were going to overcome and we were going to see it through. We were going to see it through no matter what. We were going to see it through, right? And an overcomer, I'm going to remind you again to be an overcomer, Think about all of the things in the past that you've overcame. Think about how many have overcame things in the past? Can you raise your hand? Can you type it in the chat? Let me see. Who's overcame things before? Who's got through some tough times in your life before? Yes. So can we all remember a time that we got through something? So that gives me strength, right? When I go back and I'm like, God, I didn't think I was going to make it out of that. And you came through. So part of it, when you're building your foundation as an overcoming, when you're saying is remember what you've overcame. Remember how God showed up and showed out in your life. Because a lot of times when we're going through things, it's easy for us to get into our emotions. But when emotions are high, intelligence is low. I'm constantly reminded of that by my tribe. Love you guys. Right? But it's so remember what you know, not how you feel. Trust in what you know more than what you feel. Because when you trust in what you know and who you know, it's going to make the journey, it's going to allow you to persist and persevere so much easier, right? Y'all good? Y'all getting something from this? Awesome. The M, right? The M is really for not only you making a decision like we talked about in the beginning, but more. What more can you do? What more can you do? That's what the M is. What more can you do? A lot of times we're going through things and it's like we're going through something and, Josh Valentine is my brother. It's not even, he's beyond a leader to me and a mentor. He is a brother. Yes, he's a 7-figure mentor, but he is a brother to me. And one of the things he says that it always, resonates with me is, pain is inevitable. Suffering is a choice. What more can you do in this season to make the most of it? Do you guys know how hard it is for me sometimes to just get on here with y'all? How hard it is for me sometimes to make the calls during the day? How hard it is for me sometimes to still stay focused? How hard it is for me sometimes to do more? But I was like, nah, I got to do it. I have to do it because it's like, we have not done all of this personal development, in my opinion. We have not done all of this spiritual development. We have not done all of this growth, specifically, and I'm talking about me and my life, right? The last 7 years. Can anybody relate? Has anybody been doing personal development? Has anybody been working on themselves? Can anybody relate to that? Right? Can anybody relate to that? Yes. Well, what more can you do? What more can you do? Because you're going to go through the pain regardless. But what more can you do to make the most of this season? What more can you do? All you can through He who gives you strength. Yes? Yes. But what more can you do? What more can you do? And I ask myself that all the time. All the time. What more can I do? What more can I do? And sometimes it's not what more we can do for somebody else. It's what more can you do for you? What more can you do to fill your cup? What more can you do to protect your energy? Y'all good? Okay, somebody raised your hand. I'm going to allow you to talk towards the end if that's okay with you. Brandon said, I lost my left limb under a lawnmower when I was 4, and I was taught to bounce back up and keep going. Wow, that's powerful. That is so powerful. Thank you so much for sharing. Again, like, what more can you do? And that is you remembering, like I just said, what have you overcame in the past? What is something that you're like, it is, what is something that has given you that push through mentality, that push through attitude? Thank you so much for sharing. Dee said, working on yourself is so powerful. Yes. Georgie, I love you, Georgie. Georgie said, dang, Pam, you're touching my heart. Thought I was out here by myself. No, we're all going through things. We're all going through things in life. And that's why today I was not going to have a speaker. I was just going to talk. I was just going to talk and have a chat with y'all, right? Usually when I do a chat with y'all, I'm talking about a book, or I'm talking about, best practices or something. But I think that this is a great best practice, because I feel like people aren't authentic enough or transparent enough when they're in the season of overcoming, when they're in the season that the obstacles sometimes are bigger than what they can imagine, right? The next E, everyone. What does that mean? You're like, everyone, that's crazy. Everyone goes through things. So whenever I'm in this funk sometimes that I'm like, God, why? I'm like, girl, please. He ain't gonna feel sorry for you. He already gave you the strength. He already won the battle for you. You just got to go through it. But understand, everyone goes through things. And it's not what you go through, it's what you grow through. So if everyone is going through things, what makes you think you're exempt? You haven't been picked on, you've been picked. Like my great friend, Mr. Darren Walker, my brother, says all the time. You haven't been picked on, you've been picked, right? But everyone goes through things, and everyone, remember this, my kindness and love goes such a long way, because everyone is fighting battles that they don't speak of. And I used to always hear that, and I was like, that's kind of crazy for you to be going through stuff and not talk about it. Like, who does that? Guess what? I became that person too. There was like a handful of people that really knew what was going on in my life when this started happening in July. And a lot of it was my inner circle that I meditate with every morning, right? Like my significant people, it was a handful of people. It wasn't something that I wanted to be transparent necessarily, because I didn't know how to embrace that. But once you understand that everyone goes through things, and it's not to say that what you're going through is not a lot. It's not to say that what you're going through is not difficult, but just get the perspective that everyone goes through things. So it's not what you go through, is what you grow through. And you're going to be able to get on the other side, right? Janice said, absolutely, Janice, love you. Thank you for sharing that. Everyone goes through stuff. And some of us live in quiet desperation for a long time, even a lifetime. And I'm going to tell y'all, it's like, no way. No way. I was that person. And I'm going to tell you, you feel such a weight lifted off of your shoulder. You feel such a weight lifted off of your shoulder. First of all, don't carry it. Give it to God. Surrender. Give him your burdens, right? But it gives you another perspective when you understand that it's not just you going through stuff. It's everyone. Look at the world. Look at the world we're living in. Everybody was like excited for 2021, and I'm still excited for 2021 because I feel like we won. I feel like 2020, we grew. 2021, we reaped the harvest, okay? I'm still excited, but I also understand that everyone across the globe is going through things. Everyone, right? The R, run. Run to what sets you free. Run towards your dreams. Run towards your goal. Run towards your happy place. Run, run. And a lot of times somebody is like, well, that makes no sense when you're overcoming. Yeah, absolutely it does. Because a lot of times you're in a season and you're in a moment and you're just like, how can I make the best out of this season? Run. Don't walk, run. You're already, God is walking you through this, but run to what sets your heart on fire. Sometimes that means you just want to go get a mani and a pedi, right? Simple. Sometimes that means you just want to go pamper yourself a little bit. Sometimes that means that you said, you know what? I'm going to make an extra 10 calls today. I said I was going to make 10, but yesterday I was going through some things and I only made 8. Well, today I'm going to make 20. I'm going to make 20 more to make up for that. You know, whatever it is, run to it. Run to the arms of, run to that community. Run to those people. Run to your safety spot. Run to your happy place. You have to. You have to run to your happy place. You have to go to those places that remind you God is great. God is amazing. The best is yet to come. You're more than capable of overcoming. You're more than valiant. You're more than blessed. You're more than anointed. You're more than equipped. You're more than called. Run to that place that reminds you that. Run to that place that brings you peace. Run to that place that keeps you going. Run to that happy place. It can just be your Bible, whatever it is. Run to that. So again, I'm going to go through these, right? I know somebody loves acronyms and somebody hates me for them, but it's okay. O, obvious decision when you're overcoming. V, for valiant. Got to be valiant, got to be brave. E, your energy, right? Protect it at all costs. R, keep it real. Keep it real. Be transparent. Keep it real with yourself. Keep it real with the people around you. Let people know what's going on. C, community. Commitment lasts longer in community. We're not meant to do life alone. I'm so grateful for the community. You guys, the love, the strength that you guys give me, you have no idea. O, overcome. Remember what you've already overcame. Look back at your life. Look how far he's brought you. Remember that if he did it one time, he will do it again, and keep trusting him, right? M, more. What more can you do? What more can you do? What more can you do? What more can we do? E, everyone goes through things, but it's not what you go through, it's how you grow through it, right? And the R is run. Run towards your dreams, run to what sets your heart on fire. I hope you guys got value from this call today. Wanted to make it short and sweet. Have an amazing, thriving Thursday. Please keep my mom in your prayers. We're actually going to a doctor's appointment today. And I love you guys. This has been your Breakfast Club call for February 4th, 2021. Breakfast has been served. God bless. The recording will be up in the next few hours. Thank you guys.